Hello everyone and welcome to July's Pod of War. I'm your Gizmo and I'm joined as always by masofdas Chris Bandicoot. I'm not doing the joke, we've done the jokes.
Hello everyone.
So you just got to ruin every podcast. Ruin every podcast with a joke. So we're here, we're back after our E3 predictions and we've got some of them right and some of them wrong. How are you, Chris? You okay?
I'm not too bad at all.
Good. Well, it's incredibly hot in England right now, so we are going to start off with hot news off the press of like 2 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, it's quite a lot. It's a while ago now.
Because we're too busy. But we're going to talk about E3. So I suppose we'll do it in conference order. So EA Play.
Yeah.
What do you think of EA?
Do
you remember anything from EA?
Yeah, the only thing I really remember is what I could see on your screen was Anthem, but closed out the show because it was pretty much sports like normal. The story mode in Madden NFL 18 is interesting.
It's the Journey Madden edition.
No, but apparently you don't play any football.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that seems weird.
It's apparently really quite like a Telltale game. It's named
Madden.
That's
actually quite interesting.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not buying Madden, but when it comes to EA Access, I'll play it. Yeah. And they also announced A Way Out.
Oh, yes.
Which is the co-op game from the team that made Brothers Tale of Two Sons, which looks amazing. And I will be playing that. But yeah, Anthem was the main thing, the main draw. That and Battlefront 2, sorry.
Yeah.
And that looks really good. I'll be honest with you, it does look really good.
When I played bits of the first one, I just found the combat boring.
I mean, right now Titanfall is kind of my shooter. So if I stop playing Titanfall by then, maybe I'd play it for the single player. But again, I can just play the single player on EA Access for 10 hours and be done with it. So, but Anthem looked interesting. They didn't actually show a lot for EA Play. They just showed a trailer and promised of more at the Xbox, which will be step one of how to confuse consumers, and we'll talk about that later on when we get to the other promises. But overall, I think EA was okay. Didn't show anything exciting, really. Need for Speed looks like Fast and Furious more than it ever has.
Yeah.
But yeah, why has it got to be on a Saturday? Like a 6-day. I know the people that were going, they were really annoyed. Like people like IGN were just like, great, we've got to go an extra day. But that's it.
Yeah, they didn't do London this year. Last year,
no, they didn't do London. That's because Peter Moore doesn't work there anymore. Because he's running Liverpool Football Club.
Yeah.
Which is weird. But okay, so that was EA. Really short.
This is wrong because the next one wasn't Bethesda next, not Xbox.
They've just got it on times. You're just being pedantic. Okay. But it was Bethesda, so we'll talk about Bethesda. Yeah. Do you remember Bethesda?
Yeah, I quite like Bethesda. A lot of people were saying they didn't show anything new or anything like this wasn't predictable, and pretty much they did the Nintendo Direct. They showed a 30-minute video.
Yeah.
Like Pete Hines comes out. Here's what we got. Bye, I'm Pete Hines. Have fun. E3, but they showed some stuff like I'm really looking forward to Dishonored Outsider. I like both Dishonored games.
Getting a physical release.
Yeah, and it's like 18 quid.
Yeah.
Great. I've been couple hours gameplay. All of that. Evil Within 2 looks really good. It looks like the trailer is so a Mikami game. But I haven't played the first one, so don't know if we could jump right into the second without playing the first. That is Crash.
You should play the first because it's not expensive.
No, everyone says like would really like it because I like
Resident Evil.
I like proper.
It really is Resident Evil.
So one for that. Wolfenstein 2 looked really good.
Incredible game. If you played in order,
I played a bit of New Order. Basically the 4-hour tutorial,
which is like the worst bit of the game.
Yeah, and I was like, what's the fuss about this game?
Yeah, it was good. Once you get past the initial getting your team, it's a great game.
Skyrim looked really good for the Switch version. Graphically it does not look great, but it looks really interesting. With like at least they're trying something. The motion controls,
that no one will use.
No one will use, but at least they're trying to use the Switch features and like the amiibo support of Link and that.
Yeah, I like that.
Actually, I've never played Skyrim, which is really like.
Which is weird.
Yeah, because I played Morrowind and I played Oblivion, and I finished both of them. Really like both of them. So I'm kind of tempted to play it now, but I'm not sure if I'll play it on Switch or PS4. Because I can buy it now on PS4 cheaper. Obviously, I have Pro support as well, so I'm like
having control. I mean, I would recommend it for
trophies.
I'd recommend it for PlayStation, but I can see why people would want it on Switch.
Yeah, they obviously support third party on Switch.
Probably also like PSVR. PlayStation.
No, that's a separate game.
Is it separate? Is it?
Yeah.
Because they did show doing VR and Fallout VR at this. Doing VR looked really good. Fallout VR looked crap, but I don't really like Fallout. So I know until they fix a way to actually move in VR, the whole pointing direction doesn't work for a lot of games. I think it did work for Doom because of how visceral it is, but I mean, yeah, they kind of just showed everything you ever expected.
Yeah, everyone expecting
good video, good 30-minute, well done.
So they throw like, this is our games. Bethesda's always been a weird studio to me because I like Dishonored. I want to play the new Prey by Arcane.
So it's Bioshock.
Yeah, because I like Bioshock and I like that studio as well. Yeah. So I liked what Bethesda's like studios they own or they publish or whatever, something like that. And I don't really like their own games. Like, I don't like Fallout at all. But they were like, yeah, this is what we got. And they're like, yeah, I do want to play your games. I might pick up. I've not played Doom. Yeah, I can pick that up for £8 new or whatever. I'm like, yeah, I might play that now. You sort of sold me on that, which is kind of the job I think of the conference.
Yeah, I mean they are they're a smaller third party. They're still building up to get anywhere near the big ones, but they make a certain type of game, generally quite polished. You don't really get too many stories of being broken. Like you get glitches.
We do actually for Bethesda's games.
Well, yeah, but like,
normally
those games are always going to be glitchy. But you never get like Ubisoft levels. You know what I mean? And those games are different enough. That's the big problem with Ubisoft, and we'll get to Ubisoft later. But that's just kind of that was Bethesda's point. It was really short. There wasn't much really to talk about. It was a couple announcements. But again, like you said, they were mostly sequels or extensions. But right, we're gonna change what I just said because I've just realised my mistake by saying do it in order. So we're gonna do Ubisoft and then we're gonna do the big three.
Yeah.
So Ubisoft had a very split down the middle in terms of reaction. I personally thought it was really good. I know people that thought it was the worst. So obviously to begin with, they had Yves Gilmore come out and with Miyamoto talk about Rabbids and the Italian man who made the game very emotional and proud. That game looks surprisingly good.
It does.
We knew about it going in. We knew it was leaked.
Yeah, I knew what the game going in. I was like, this is not going to be good.
It looks great.
Don't let Ubisoft near Mario.
and it turned out to be probably the most unique game they showed, really. But it's XCOM. It's Mario XCOM.
Yeah.
On the go. Looks polished. Looks good. Not much else to say about it. I mean, the minions are still annoying. Like the minions, the rabbits. They are the same thing. I know. I know the rabbits came first. I feel bad for Rayman. I feel like Rayman should be in that. But okay. But again, it looked really fun. It was a really fun opening. I think they moved into the Crew 2, which looks pointless.
Yeah, Crew 2 is basically. I don't get why that's coming out this year. That's gonna die.
It's gonna die. I mean, the first one didn't do well.
Racing games this year was like stupid. If you like racing games, there's like so many.
Like this, you're not gonna get anywhere. Like even for the arcade range they're going for, you're not gonna get close to Need for Speed for numbers.
Yeah.
So and then you before you even talk about GT Sport, Forza, Project Cars 2, Dirt 4, you know what I mean? Like before you even get into those, like you didn't get anywhere near it, you know. So that's strange. And then they went into Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Which looks good, but it looks like Assassin's Creed. The setting I loved, but that's kind of always the thing I like about Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Still looks like it plays like Assassin's Creed, which is the problem. And again, we're going to get into this. I've got a thread I'm going to talk about at the end of this conference. So next they showed Transference, which didn't show anything. It was just Elijah Wood.
So I was thinking, what the hell are you?
It was just an Elijah Wood trailer about a VR game. There was like no content. There's no game in it. It was like cool, whatever.
Yeah, did you show something else VR after that?
No, they showed.
They definitely showed 2 VR things.
I thought because the other weird one they showed was Starlink.
Yeah, but they definitely showed something else VR. I'm pretty sure they did.
Well, whatever it was, it didn't leave an opinion on us, did it? So it kind of been that great. They showed Steep DLC for the Olympics.
Yeah.
Great. No one bought Steep. If it comes in a decent bundle physically on Switch, people might pick it up.
Yeah, but the rumours are that they can't get the Switch version running.
No, when I saw the game, I would have said I would be surprised if it did. You derailed me then. What we have next? We had Skull and Bones, which was the Pirates bit from Assassin's Creed. Yeah. Looks fun. I know people.
But you can't get out of the boat.
No,
full boat.
It's boat for PvP. It's basically boat for honor.
Yeah.
I know some people that are really excited about that. So cool. I mean, it doesn't bother me. There's enough multiplayer games. You know what I mean? There's enough PvP multiplayer games to play.
I don't think it is different.
It is different, but if you like the boats, great. If you don't like boats, then that's not going to change all the boats. And then they went into Far Cry 5, which looks crap.
Far Cry 5 looks like the thing I got with Ubisoft, they do these other things like the Mario and Rabbids. But if you think Ubisoft, they're all pretty much the same. You play as a dude, you go up a tower, you open up some mats, you go kill something, you get some XP, you repeat, and you kill some bad guys. That's
well, that was what I was going to say. It's like
they got rid of the towers apparently.
This is the most conference for that.
Mm.
Like, because we've got the other way. It's like they're building one big game.
Mm.
So like the crew and Steep just were like, oh, here's some stuff, and we're gonna put some stuff in a world, and that's kind of it. Like, there's no real feel, there's no soul to those games. Assassin's Creed is just rehashed all and they've had an extra year, and it still looks kind of like the same. I mean, I kind of want to buy it because it's Egypt. But it still looks like the same game.
Yeah.
And Far Cry, I mean, goddamn, someone who's uneducated, right? A trailer for that and a trailer for Ghost Recon Wildlands, and tell them it's two different games because the settings are so similar.
Yeah.
I know one's first person, but the fact you've got all these co-op stuff, it just doesn't seem. And sure, the game will be great because all the Far Cry games play great. I personally prefer the ones before 3. I think 3 is the best one, but 2 and 1 are actually really good games. And since 3, they've all been 3. You know what I mean? Like 4 was 3.
Yeah.
Primal was 3 in the past.
Yeah.
And this just looks like 3 with Ghost Recon.
Yeah.
So that's great. Whatever. Like, they're not games that me and you really play, so we're not going to really go too deep into any information about them. Then it was Starlink, which is very weird that they're doing a Toys to Life game in 2018 probably. It looks really clunky. Like, it actually looks quite fun.
Yeah.
The game looks quite fun. The models look alright.
Yeah.
Just the way they stick on the controller does concern me. Because I would imagine the reason for that is they obviously need some sort of power supply, maybe. But like, it just doesn't seem intuitive at all. So we'll see about that. I don't really know what to make of it, but they didn't really show a lot. They had like a trailer, it looked okay, it looked fun.
See, and then that's the thing, is like, all DualShock 4s are the same, all Xbox One controllers are like, it's coming
third parties and
stuff. But it's coming at Switch. You've got so many options out of the box, even. Like, you're gonna put like portable mode.
How are you gonna play that handheld? How are you gonna play that on the Pro controller? You can play
Grip, or you play on the Pro controller. Does it come with like a bit that like adjusts like up and down?
Or does it come with a charging bit in the middle of that hat you have to plug it into? Because but again, it doesn't. There wasn't enough information to really judge it. Yeah. I'm trying to think what else. I don't think there was anything else, was there?
No.
Ubisoft, there was nothing else. No, there was no announcements, so we just move on.
Yeah, you might have one predictions.
There might have been a prediction I nailed and said that finally they were going to do. So they did show another trailer for Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Yep.
That was completely different to the previous trailer. It's now a prequel. It's now like going to be like R-rated by the looks of it because there's a lot of swearing.
Yeah.
But they're going to come out and cry about it, and then they showed a playthrough of
15-minute
of the engine. Looks a lot further ahead than I thought it was going to be, which is great. And they're doing the Space Monkey program which isn't for backing. It's like, I know a lot of people confuse it with like Kickstarter. It's not. It's just for feedback. Yeah. They've said it's going to have like your multiplayer, and it's going to. I'm interested. It doesn't look like Beyond Good and Evil in terms of what it's going to play like. So
they sound like.
It sounds modern, which Beyond Good and Evil is not.
You look at. I'm going to bring up No Man's Sky. You look at No Man's Sky.
Don't speak that in here.
And
everyone should listen to me, by the way, Carol.
And like how that was showing like all this ambition, like these worlds are gonna be, and there's always gonna be different. And now you're looking at Beyond Good and Evil. Obviously, you got the financial backing of Ubisoft.
They've got a much bigger team as well, and a much more experienced.
But you look at it like and you hear what Michelle is saying, and it's like this sounds awfully ambitious. Like they're gonna make all the worlds. This is not gonna be generating like. They're going to make all the worlds, and you can go from that world to another world. You can go from like a coffee shop to another coffee shop like 2 miles away, and like the weather will affect it, and like you can get out your spaceship anywhere, and you can have motherships and stuff like that. It sounds like
it sounds like Mass Effect on crack. And to be honest, like Michel Ancel generally has quite a good track record.
I don't think he's ever made a bad game.
Pretty much, I don't think he has. Yeah, unless he worked on he probably was a producer on some shitty license.
Yeah.
Like Pirates of the Caribbean game or something. But like, I trust Michel Ancel enough. I mean, let's be honest. Any Beyond Good and Evil 2 is probably better than no Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Yeah.
So we'll wait
and
see.
I would be interested, like you can design your own characters. You don't have to be monkey that was showed in trailers and that.
Yeah.
Be different, completely different species.
I like the idea of having your own crew. So
but I'm really interested, what Beyond Good and Evil is all about, like the story, and like we're talking like before, like it kind of like I feel as suits GameCube quite well, Zelda and stuff like that. and like this one doesn't seem to have any of that beyond good and evil
I think the problem,
like why we want another one.
The problem with the game is going to be for people like you, in the same way that you don't like you don't like Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
Is that style of game is very old. It just doesn't get made.
Yeah, but it's like
there's better ways of doing it.
I think this is like slightly different as Zelda because it's like when we come to a game later on in what we've been playing, it's like the people that want this game and been banging on about it, like, the fans of Beyond Good and Evil, and then you make a game. I think it looks pretty good so far, and like you said, like trust me, and eventually will have a decent story and everything like that. Because you think of like an online game like Destiny, like there was no story. So it's interesting.
The only I'm just checking something. The only thing I would say is I don't think it's sold very well, did it?
Which one? The first one?
Yeah.
No, so it's ridiculously poorly.
So you've got one release that sold badly.
Yeah.
Why would you tailor a game for those people in the modern day when games have never been more popular?
Yeah.
You know, that would be what I'd say.
Yeah, it's sold really poorly. But Ubisoft did bring it out the same day as Splinter Cell and Prince of Persia. They released 3 games on the same day, and one was Splinter Cell, one was Prince of Persia, and one was a new IP. Which ones were ever going to sell?
Yeah. Can't find any numbers, but it does say it's sold poorly. But
yeah,
I mean, I'm interested to see what it does. Like again, it's not going to be coming for at least a year. For at least probably looking at 2019, middle of 2019 at least, I reckon. So won't be on Switch. Not a chance. That'll be on Xbox One X and PS5, I expect. Could be a PS5 launch time, who knows?
Yeah, could be.
But cool. So that was really Ubisoft. I think overall it was a pretty good conference.
Yeah.
The only other thing that I've just remembered is they had a Just Dance bit where a woman came out and sang for 10 seconds. So for people that care and counting numbers, great.
Yeah.
Ubisoft was Ubisoft again. They don't change. They will never change. The problem is all the games are the same. Yeah. So it's
apart from like the 2 at the end.
Apart from the one that they've got a Nintendo guy working on, and one that got the guy who never has any good selling games. So yeah. Because even Rayman didn't do that great. No. Not since like 2.
No.
Even, Legends has come out again for Switch because they're that desperate to get it out on other platforms. But hey ho, right, so we'll go into the big 3.
Yeah.
The console manufacturers.
Yeah.
So no. So we'll start with the Xbox.
You actually forgot a conference.
What conference did I forget? Devolver, that was a joke conference.
No, they did have stuff beforehand.
Yeah, like I'm an indie guy and cool, it's funny.
Yeah, that's and you forgot something else.
PC doesn't count. PC gaming's dead, so just piss everyone off. Whatever. So we'll start with we'll start with everyone. All 4 people who listen to this care about. We'll start with the Xbox.
Yeah.
Because it's the greatest console. I had a pretty good conference overall. To preface, they started with the Scorpio. It's now called the Xbox One X.
Yeah.
Which the rumor going in was WoW, so I'm glad it was X. It again shows that it's an iteration. It's not a new console.
Yeah.
Which is what they said all along, so that's fine. We didn't do the price yet. We'll get to that. And then they just hit it with games, really. Lots of timed exclusives.
Yeah.
Lots of
because that was the thing. Is like the whole they had the announcer and they go Xbox console launch exclusive, and then it'd be Xbox and Windows exclusive, and then it'd be like Xbox 2-day exclusive, and then it's like Xbox some sort of exclusive.
Wasn't quite that extreme, but
yeah, I know, but it was like.
But they showed
Xbox World Premiere.
They showed 22 exclusives.
Because that really confused people for Anthem.
Yeah, but they have to do it.
Yeah,
they have to do it. It's the same thing we'll give.
But you think they would learn from Tomb Raider?
No, it's the same thing we'll get to later because there is a PlayStation equivalent. I knew you would bitch about it, so we'll get to it later because the PlayStation game is exactly the same, and I'm having the exact same online response because everyone at the moment is thinking that Anthem is an Xbox game. But it's not. It's on both, and there's a PlayStation game that people are doing that as well, which it's not.
Yeah,
it's not. It's on both. But anyway, we'll start with Metro.
Yeah.
Again, looks really good.
I've not played.
That's definitely not. That's 100% not a playable thing. No. Definitely CGI. Looks great. The first 2 are great games. You get one on Xbox for £6.
Yeah, they're always on sale on PSN. I'm always like tempted, but I'm like.
Yeah, they're good. They're great games. If you haven't played them, get them. Looked really fun. Again, I can't remember what the exclusivity of it was. I think it was just a world premiere. I don't remember. I really don't.
Because it was world premiere.
Should really just get a list.
Because I think it's on like Metro's channel and it's got like PS4 and the Xbox maybe at the end or something.
But yeah, the next sort of big one, which was a timed exclusive, was PlayerUnknown's Battleground, which is a huge get for Microsoft. Even though it's timed, even if it is a week, it is a huge get because it will have crossplay with Windows. They're already talking about, which is huge. This really is. That's a huge thing. And it's done really well with stuff like Ark. It's done really well on Xbox because the people that bought it on Xbox got it for Windows as well. And if you have it on Steam, you got it for Windows as well. So like having that crossplay for Xbox is great. Getting out ahead of Sony on that is a really good thing. That game's huge right now. Yeah. That fits their player base. Their player base is the online player.
The only thing with a game like that, even if it is time sensitive, is how far away like if it comes out, let's say in a month's time on Xbox, you're still in like people are still talking about players on Battleground. If even it comes to an Xbox next year, are people still going to be talking about players on Battleground?
I think they will. I mean, like,
it's one of those games I think it's going to be like a short, like be super successful, which has been like 5 million
something like that in like a month.
It'd be like super successful, and then like everyone's like,
I think what I would say about that is, are you playing it?
No.
Have you ever played it?
No.
Am I playing it?
No.
No. It doesn't. We have no reference point for that for games like that, because games like that, I know.
Like you quite often see like this game that's like huge on Twitch and like streaming, which PlayerUnknown is, and people are watching it, and then suddenly you won't see that game ever again. Like, everyone sort of like jumps on the bandwagon and then like, oh,
the argument I will say is Rainbow Six Siege is a game that didn't sell very well and still has a much bigger player base on Twitch than there's any other game.
Yeah.
So I think it'll be fine. To be honest with you, I think it'll be fine. But hey ho, I think it's a good get for Xbox for sure. They started showing off some of the exclusive stuff they got this year. So the Sea of Thieves again looks great, but it's going to be too multiplayer focused for me, I think. But it looks really good. Looks well made. They obviously showed Crackdown 3 with Terry Crews. Looks way too similar to Agents of Mayhem, which is the problem. I don't think it's their fault. I think Agents of Mayhem got announced quite similar, which is the Saints Row guys. So those games look quite similar, but again,
and I think they had shown and talked about it was mainly multiplayer based again. So that's two games.
Which again is the Xbox.
Yeah.
Well, we've talked about in the past that Xbox in the last 2 years have put out a lot of PlayStation exclusive games. Yeah. Really. So you're talking about Quantum Break, Recall, and Sunset Overdrive that would have fit better on PlayStation, which is a much more single player based system. The Xbox thrives with online multiplayer.
Yeah.
So makes sense for all their games to be focused. I mean, then they should obviously the one we've missed is Forza.
Yeah.
Looks incredible in the new game.
Yeah.
Driving games always incredible. Showed a new car, right? But like that game is always one of the best selling games of every year. So I'm not fussed or worried that Forza's going to do okay.
Yeah.
We just will. But yeah, I mean that you're really starting to notice the big difference between the consoles this year. It's probably the first year I've noticed it anyway. So the Xbox really is focused on multiplayer. Like Xbox Live makes them their money. They've got 20 plus million players that all regularly play. That's great. PlayStation has all this, and we'll talk about it when we get to PlayStation and when we talk about the second topic. Yeah. PlayStation is really doing a good job of single player right now. Xbox, I think, is doing a great job.
Yeah, well,
that's really where it is.
The thing is, Spencer said about this set is so like he said things like he thinks single player is like dead and it's now irrelevant. He said things similar like this, and he said like you got these multiplayer focused games that are really successful. We got to look at this service based stuff, which you see back from their games. They can get people paying and stuff for them, buying in like Forza, buying you new car DLC or like CFBs, like a new boat. You get people playing it online, paying gold and stuff. It kind of makes sense. And you look at Baker like an Overwatch, isn't there 30 million people playing Overwatch?
Yeah.
That's not single player.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like they've been smart. They've been really open with the crossplay, which I really like. They're allowing it on everything. Like there was the big Minecraft thing was it's crossplay with everything that isn't a PlayStation because PlayStation don't want to play. Fine, whatever. That's what they want to do. So that's great. They're doing a really good job of that. Like they know they're not stupid. They're not going to catch Sony in the territories they don't exist. There isn't. They even showed some Japanese games. They showed Code Vein and Dragon Ball FighterZ, which is probably going to be one of my sleeper hits of the year.
And they showed
Black Desert Online.
Yeah, the Korean game. Yeah,
again, it's an online multiplayer game on the Xbox. They generally do pretty well.
And obviously no Final Fantasy 14 on Xbox.
Not at the moment. I think they've talked about it. They have talked about it.
The problem with it is it would have to be cross-play PlayStation.
Which is PlayStation won't do.
Yeah, this is the same situation with why 14 didn't come for 360. because Xbox wouldn't play ball.
Yeah.
So it swings and roundabouts. Back then, 14 would have come to 360 and crossplay with PS3, but Xbox didn't want to play ball now, and now it's exactly the same situation.
It's funny whenever you're in charge, whenever you're winning.
Yeah.
You can make these decisions, can't you? But hey ho.
But I still got this weird feeling if 14 comes to Switch, it will be crossplay with
PlayStation. Yeah.
So the Switch and PlayStation will happen. PlayStation and Xbox.
I cannot see that game running on Switch.
It runs on PS3.
Yeah, just the Switch though. The online's the Wi-Fi. Anyway, we'll talk about that.
Dragon Quest 10.
Yeah, that's just Japan though.
Yeah.
It's you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Like if Dragon Quest comes here, then yeah. I mean, if Final Fantasy 14 came to Switch, I'll buy it now.
Yeah.
Like that on the go. Yeah, come on then. But yeah.
You can play that on the go.
What?
Being online.
Well, you can play it like in the bathroom.
Yeah.
That's like when I say on the go. That's what I mean. I don't take my Switch outside. You just completely set me off. They showed Life is Strange prequel. Again, it's cross-platform. Multi-platform, sorry, but hey, nice to see it on a big stage, isn't it? So Cuphead finally has a date, and it's the same date as the SNES Classic, so it's dead. So it's not going to be any sales.
That game's dead anyway, I think. This is what I'm saying about players on I can't even say.
Battleground.
Yeah, Battleground. So people were excited about Cuphead in 2014. It's now 2017. No one is excited about Cuphead.
Yeah, I mean, I'll buy it because I like the look of it. But like you're right. I mean, any mass media, any mass exposure is gone now. I think, unless it's incredible.
Yeah.
That's it. And even then, you can buy a SNES with like the games that SNES has. If you can get one, I've got one pre-ordered. Oh, you're so dirty. So you're the enemy. So everyone that can hear, at masofdas, just abuse for fucking dirty tactics. But anyway, I forgot you did too. I had a marginal amount of respect for you, but it's gone. But I do have an NES Classic, so just throw me off the Xbox. I didn't do this to you all the way through the PlayStation. Just throw you off. They also showed Anthem, which they said in the previous Lego show looks like Destiny, Titanfall, Evolve.
Yeah.
So great. Plus Mass Effect. I don't really know what to say because
it looks really
people
good.
are losing their shit.
Running on the One X is pretty good.
The thing is, I don't think the gameplay looks very good. I thought the engine looks amazing.
Yeah.
The characters look pretty cool.
Yeah.
But the shooting they showed, it looks real generic. So again, it's so early, and it does feel like they even came out afterwards and said, basically copy and pasted the Destiny marketing lines, like 10 years of Anthem, all this stuff. Like they literally just copied it. So that's a bit worrying, but we'll see. I mean, again,
they showed a ton of indie stuff.
They should love indie stuff. A lot
the
of
last
good
night, the Artful Escape. Basically, what I like from the Xbox conference is basically all the indies. Like I've done on my own YouTube channel, like my top 10.
Massive Biohouse.
Yeah, my top 10 most anticipated Xbox games. And 9 of them are indies, and the 10th one's CFCs, and that's only because it's a title made by Rare.
Yeah, and again, one of the
they're all nearly all single.
And the thing to point out to people before they do what I always do and call Chris a PlayStation fanboy is that he's not an Xbox guy at all. So that makes sense. I am an
on that Xbox guy.
Well, yeah. I mean, again, they announced that as well. They announced backwards compatibility with the original Xbox.
Yeah.
Which is for me,
huge. I think is a basic. Like Spencer said afterwards, he come out and said, "Oh, we've announced backwards compatibility with Xbox, and like we've got it on 360. It's a great thing, and it makes up for the lack of single player games." Like, what? What does that mean?
Yeah.
So you're saying like you want to play a single player story game, like so your option is to play Jade Empire.
1, find me that quote.
There is a quote.
And 2, I love that you missed the PlayStation's latch onto it. What I suspect he actually said, is probably like, we have that option there. It's probably not like, oh fuck you, just get on just go and play 360 games. Like there's plenty of multi-platform games on the Xbox to play, and that's if we're honest, what are all the best games at the moment? Multi-platform.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I was gonna say I don't know. I'm trying to figure the last multi-platform game I played.
Well, you own Crash.
Yeah, but technically at the moment it's only on.
We all know that it's multi-platform. But you know what I mean? Like that's what I'm saying. Like there's plenty of games to play on Xbox. Yeah. It's just one of those things. Like Spencer is better. I think multi-platform. I think backwards compatibility is an incredible service. that and Game Pass, which again has got a lot of great
So this
games.
is what you coming back when you saying like the online and stuff, and with like the multiplayer games, like focus on a service. Xbox, and I've been saying it for years and stuff. Like Xbox to me will go service based. You pay a subscription or whatever. Basically, the Netflix and
That's what it already is. It's Xbox Live. You know, that's what it is. They do
Game Pass and ES. It's basically it will become like a Steam box, but Xbox instead of Steam.
I think it's
because they didn't want, obviously the Xbox One originally wasn't going to have this. So online
which they should have done because it would have made more sense.
Yeah,
it's just funny. Like it's funny. It would even then. I think it would have made. I think they would have made.
Yeah, but
they could have released the game cheaper.
Just look at the Xbox and how they're going and stuff like that. I think it will be like you buy this box and it's all digital and stuff like that. And there's going to be different versions of the boxes. So this is the 1080p box. This is the 4K box. This one's X months. This one's got so many hard drive and that's it.
I think that works. I mean, right now it's hard to tell because both consoles are kind of the same.
But I prefer physical media, so that would.
Well, that's because that's just who you are. Yeah. And ultimately, you're probably not the mass market.
Yeah.
You're not. Like I'm not. So again, and for the record, I'm much more of an Xbox guy than a PlayStation guy. And I'm saying my Xbox One collection is almost all physical. I've got like 30, 40 games for it.
Yeah.
But it's like the average person, like my brother, is not. I wouldn't consider my brother a hardcore gamer.
Yeah.
He bought Crash downloadable because it's easier.
Yeah.
And like his friends did the same. You know what I mean? So it's at that point now.
Yeah, but would they want a system which would only be digital?
Would they know the difference if it was cheaper? If they can't say what's a Blu-ray hard drive nowadays? I don't know. Like that's what I'm saying. Like we're not at that point. And the Xbox will not. There's a very key thing you're forgetting about, which is why that will not be for at least another 5-6 years. Is films.
Yeah.
They all have the data.
Yeah.
I would love to know how much percentage of the Xbox One is a Blu-ray player, same as the PlayStation.
Yeah.
So they'll never take that drive out.
Yeah.
That's what's stopping that. But I think overall Xbox had a really good conference for Xbox guys, and this will be an exact flip in a minute.
Yeah, but you saying for Xbox guys, like what did you said? Sea of Thieves, you're not that good about.
So they showed
you're buying Project Cars, not Forza, as far as I'm aware.
Well, I could probably get both. I've had every Forza game since the first. So what? Again, let me finish before you PlayStation fanboy.
No, I'm just asking. You're saying they showed Project Cars. They showed no Halo. There's no Gears,
which came out last year.
And do Xbox gamers really care about things like last night?
So this is the thing, right? Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there. So Chris did a Xbox with exclamation marks. What Chris thinks is that Xbox players just play FIFA. When if he looks at the metrics, it's just the most popular console, and so actually the PlayStation guys probably play more FIFA and Call of Duty than Xbox because there's more people buying the games.
Yeah.
So that's derogatory. You're better than that.
Yeah.
So apologise to everyone. You're sorry. So what I mean by Xbox guys is if I'm an Xbox Live subscriber and I play Xbox Live games as my main thing, so I'm playing Ark, I'm playing whatever, having Battlegrounds, having timed exclusives, having the indies, having the multi-platforms that we care about, so having a good showing of Assassin's Creed, having a good showing for Anthem, which again is multi-plat, it's not Xbox exclusive. I know they didn't message it very well. Yeah, that's EA more than anyone, but it is coming to both.
Yeah.
And probably PC.
Yeah.
Again, showing all the cross-play. So, average Joe who wants to play Minecraft with his kid, the kid can play it on his iPad, he can play it on the Windows version on the Xbox, they can play together. That's really good for people, for families and stuff. They showed the new box, which, we haven't done the price, it's $449. For the power, I think it's great. For the games, not so much. I think that's a fair thing to say. I don't think there's enough exclusive games for someone to go out and buy that.
Yeah.
But if you're the type of person that wants the best TV, the best movie experience, the best sound, the best load times, same reason why you buy a PS4 Pro, in my opinion. Again, they didn't show any VR, which I was surprised about. Yeah. I think it's because VR's getting quite hit this year.
That's the thing about Bethesda, they showed quite a lot of VR.
They did, and they did show more when we get to the PlayStation ones. Honestly, PlayStation showed quite a bit, which is good because they need to support that sort of platform. But yeah, Xbox are in a really interesting point at this time where they can't do one thing, they can't do the other. They can't go, I'm going to keep putting out single player games because they don't sell.
Yeah, that's why Scalebound they kind of basically brought out and came out and said cancelled the game. They're not going to sell.
Why Phantom Dust was
This
free.
is what I meant about Xbox, because when to me, when you say Xbox guy, I'm thinking the thing. When you say PlayStation guy, I'm thinking likes of me of JRPGs and story driven. Yeah. Say Nintendo guy, obviously Nintendo pretty much all its exclusives anyway. But you're saying like Scalebound, we know it virtually got cancelled and didn't sell. We know Quantum Break and Sunset didn't sell. Yeah. These sort of games don't sell on Xbox. Xbox. We know that. So you're saying this Xbox conference is great, but we know things like the last Mighty and Artful Escape likely not going to sell if you look at the other things similar.
Yeah,
to
but then
it.
you literally have just listened to me talk about the multiplayer stuff, and then just ignored it when you said that. And what I mean by what I don't like about the whole Xbox guy quotes thing is that it's derogatory.
Yeah.
So like, at the end of the day, everyone is allowed to have their own gaming opinion, apart from PC gamers who suck.
Yeah.
You know, so Xbox, if you've got an Xbox One, like, okay, it's like people I know that just have an Xbox One, they buy almost every multiplat, they play multiplayer, they don't care if it doesn't have Sunset Overdrive, they equally don't care if it doesn't have Uncharted. You know, that's fine. You know, is that most people on Xbox? We don't know. We don't know 20 million Xbox players.
Yeah, sure.
You know, so you know, for what they showed, for what they sell their audience as.
Yeah.
So what Phil Spencer comes out and says afterwards, during and before.
Yeah.
That conference is fine.
Yeah.
They've got multi-platform. They've got some timed exclusive. They've got some indies. They've got a few of their own exclusives. They've got the service with Game Pass and backwards compatibility. They've shown the new console that looks quite powerful. I think overall as a package, for what they are aiming for, right now they cannot overtake Sony. And equally, they need to be careful that the Switch doesn't.
The Switch will overtake it easily.
You know, so they've got to be really careful to not lose their position. You know, because obviously the Switch might as well be in a different thing because it's not.
It's a different.
It's not.
It's a weird thing. It's like Nintendo said they're not competing.
Yeah.
The other two, Xbox and PlayStation, both saying it's a secondary console because it
is.
Pretty much only has Nintendo games and it's portable.
Unless you only buy Nintendo, it's a secondary console.
Yeah. And
there's less and less of those every year.
But so they're not saying it isn't competitive, but you come to Christmas, you know, among buying a system for little Jimmy, that it is a competitor. They've only got so much money, and they go in the shop and like, oh, this is an Xbox One S. Here's a PS4 Slim. Here's a Switch. This one is this price, and you can take it on the go. Oh, look, they're two controllers. Jimmy can play with his brother for little Timmy.
I think the problem is little Timmy and little Jimmy are more educated than when little Chris and little Dave.
Yeah,
that's the honest truth. Like,
so they tell their parents.
They know what they want. I mean, at the end of the day, like, again, we're gonna sound like old man. Like, I've got a nephew who's like 4 or 5. He's probably better on uses his mobile more than I do.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, I think.
But so they're not competitive, but they are competing for money. You can only
they're competing for money, obviously. But
and obviously,
this again, I wasn't really talking about that. Just generally speaking, for the next 2 or 3 years, the Xbox is at a point now where it needs to decide whether to stick or twist with the new. If they're going to do this new service like you predict, or they're going to do another console.
Yeah.
That's why the X is coming out this year because it's just a more it's the PC way right now. So again, we'll see what happens with the Xbox. Right.
Yeah, because in Japan
again, like I said to you earlier, Japan is not a thing for Xbox, and most of Europe isn't either. So.
Switch will probably be able to outsell the Xbox One just based on
I think the Switch might even outsell PlayStation in Japan.
It will.
It's like because I don't think PlayStation 4 is doing that great. It's doing okay. It's the 360 this time around.
Yeah.
It's the PS3 basically. That's what it is. The Microsoft made all their mistakes at the beginning, like Sony did, and they don't have the territories to bring it back. So. That's Microsoft. Again, I think it was good. You probably don't.
Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of games I want to play on it, but they're nearly all time exclusive, so I can wait for them to come to Switch, PS4, PC, or Vita, or whatever. So I can wait for them to come there.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at it as the proper exclusive and the Xbox One X. Like you're saying, like people that like fancy TVs. I own a fancy TV. I own a Pro. I own a Pro. I've watched Digital Foundry's coverage of all the resolutions.
You're a nerd, that's what we were saying.
A nerd. Yeah. Like, Anthem is actually not 4K, it's actually running at checkerboarding, okay? So I know that. I watched all this, and so's Assassin's Creed. And I came in earlier joking about your Crash Bandicoot running at 1080p, and mine's running at 1440p. So I care about this stuff. So I'm like the sort of person that cares about what the Xbox One X is doing, and spec-wise, it's amazing. I want that spec system, but I don't care about any of your games. Like, I don't care about Forza. I don't really like racing games.
Yeah.
And Project Cars is mostly going to be better as well.
Yeah.
So I can play Project Cars. CSC is mostly going multiplayer. So, like I'm saying, I'm not really the audience.
No.
I find it really weird. Like, I'm the audience
for the hardware,
but not for the software. Like, if that system, if like Xbox One X was a PlayStation 4 Pro Plus or something. I would be pre-ordering right now.
Yeah.
I paid 450 quid for it. If it was like a Nintendo 4K system, I would pay the 450 quid for it because there's games I want to play on their systems. That's the issue. So I love the hardware. I just don't like the software.
And now we're going to get on to this is part 2 of the argument one, because this is the complete opposite now, because we're going to talk about PlayStation.
Yeah.
And this is honestly going to sound like we're like the worst fanboys ever. But like, so PlayStation came out. Again, my girlfriend actually fell asleep during the PlayStation conference, and I'll preface. And bear in mind, we didn't watch it. We watched it at 5 o'clock the next day, and she fell asleep. So I can't remember what it started with. So what did it start with? I want to say Days Gone or something.
It started with Uncharted.
Uncharted Lost Legacy. Yeah. Okay. Again, really weird showing. Yeah, there were sound issues on the stream, which didn't help.
They did it sort of similar to Bethesda and last year, where it was mainly all trailers.
It was mainly trailers, and there's like weird shit going on in the actual.
Yeah, so like there's dead bodies when
like moving around and stuff.
Yeah, but like basically, Sean Layden came out. And I was like, oh hi, I'm Sean Layden.
I'm businessman. I'm stuffy businessman.
I'm going back. And like last year, obviously Kojima came out. No Kojima this year.
No Death Stranding at all.
No.
Oh, we need to talk about something before this. No. What are Sony thinking with the pre-show? They put loads of good shit on the pre-show. I didn't see the pre-show.
I didn't see it. Oh yeah, so they put like NAC and stuff on the
pre-show. Yeah.
They should they should.
What the hell? And GT Sport.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Like, seriously. But anyway, so yeah, the actual conference started with Uncharted. Looked like Uncharted.
Yeah.
Looked really good. I'm really excited for that. Yeah, and you are.
That was good. That was a great start. They basically did. No, actually, it changed. It was different. Actually, Sean came out. They showed Uncharted first.
Yeah.
Then they showed the Horizon DLC. I think.
Yeah. Again, I've not played Horizon. You've not finished it. So.
And then
2 DLCs though.
Yeah, but one standalone, and it's like 8 hours long, and
yeah.
Kind of like that's no longer DLC, is it, really?
Well, no, right, but it's fine. I mean, I'll buy it.
And you got Horizon, and then the show Days Gone,
which I cannot stand.
And then basically, Sean came out, and I thought, they've got these 3 out of the way. That's coming out in August, Uncharted. Yeah, right, makes sense. You don't know it was coming out pretty soon. Then it's Horizon, that DLC.
That's coming out this year as well. Yeah.
And I was like, Days Gone must be coming out this year.
It's 2018.
and I'm thinking that's coming out this year. That's mostly going to be like October, zombies and that makes sense. So okay, you got them out there. This coming this year. This is like really soon. So I'm sure they now come out, and then you're going to show me like your new games. You know what are you going to get me excited about?
Yeah.
And
it didn't come, did it?
They didn't come.
Didn't come. No. So what we did this last year, and I said last year, my big issue with Sony in general. And again, I have a PlayStation 4.
Last year's was really good.
They have a problem. They have a problem where they have to outdo everyone, and so they always show a game like 2 or 3 years in advance.
Yeah.
And they just have a year every couple of years where they go, fuck, everything's in development.
Yeah,
and we've got nothing new to show. I was
saying, like, 2013 was a great conference from Sony. It's the year where they came out and they're like, this is how you play a used game. And the whole price
again, and even then, that conference was because they went after Xbox. If it'd been the other way around, I would
and with the price being like, was it 75 quid less and $100 less?
It's like they waited.
And
it's brilliant. They did that with PS1 as well.
And yeah, $100. No, it was $2.99.
$2.99.
And that was it. That was the conference. Yeah, but they did all that. Everyone always remembers that, and they showed actually some decent games like Killzone looked really good and stuff like that. Showed some, and Order at the time looked good, so that was great.
Yeah,
that was a good conference. 2014, I could not tell you a single thing that happened in the 2014 conference.
Yep, and again,
Uncharted most really shown.
15 was really good.
15 was the best E3 conference of all time.
And again, we've talked about this
before. Of all time.
It's a good conference. It wasn't actually that
all
great.
Time.
It wasn't actually that great for information.
All time.
Just like none of those games come out. Again, you're a fanboy.
One of them
you're like a full fanboy. One of them was Crash.
No, Last Guardian.
Last Guardian again, which was crap.
No
Man's Sky, which was crap.
No, that was the one of
Shenmue 3, which has been delayed and we've seen nothing more of.
Which is a Kickstarter.
Final Fantasy 7
remake,
which we've not heard anything about. Right, okay.
And Last Guardian,
which was crap.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. That's PlayStation's MO is this sort of pre-hype. They do hype well, which is what you need to do. And again, when we get to Nintendo, is what you need to do for an E3 conference to win E3 in quotation marks.
And then last year they announced Spider-Man, which
is for the best game of their show this year.
They announced God of War, which is great. So they announced the new games. Last year was a good show.
It was a good show, but
like I remember things. Like I said, I can't remember anything. This year was their problem was, like you said, everything is in development. They said they're mostly going to go Gamescom this year. They didn't last year.
PSX.
And they got Tokyo Game Show.
And then
they got PSX. So they got both. So they basically said like we can basically blow our load on E3.
And then they'll come out after E3 and go, oh, actually, the end of the year doesn't matter.
Because
that's a quote. You can quote that one as well.
we got 3 other.
But anyway, before you start rounding up, we've got to get through what was actually in the conference.
Yeah.
So they did Days Gone, which again, I don't really care about. Do you really care about it?
No, not really. I will mostly buy it, play it. I kind of enjoy it. It being like an 8 out of 10 sort of game. It looks like the you know saying Xbox games like multiplayer based. This is
really is.
This is like the
generic.
Someone's gone in like an office and written on something. So what needs to be in a PlayStation game?
Third person.
Stealth. Tick.
Lots of stuff on screen.
Lots of story.
Probably some grass somewhere.
Dark, gritty, right?
A forest.
Yeah, we basically So what's popular? Last of Us. We can copy that. Zombies.
Uncharted.
Right, we can do Uncharted.
God of War. Gritty reboot.
Yeah. Basically, someone's gone we've got what's popular of all our games and put them into one thing.
And I hate it. I absolutely hate it. And this is what I because me and Chris will have our daily Xbox PlayStation arguments because we're fanboys. We can't help it. This is what fucking winds me up about PlayStation so much. Is that then for me they're no better than Ubisoft because it's just the same game. And I love Uncharted. Right, I don't need to play a different flavour of Uncharted. You know what I mean? But anyway, we're getting off track.
Yeah,
so they showed Days Gone. Yeah. Then they did God of War.
Yes, I think so.
Which I hate what they've done with it.
See, I really like
because they PlayStationed it. Yeah. It's not a.
Yeah,
it's
the
not
reason
different anymore.
They've done that for a reason. They've basically said God of War did not do well in Europe, and what's Sony's biggest territory. Europe.
Yeah.
They've Europeaned it up.
And they've just made it like Tomb Raider with Dark Souls combat.
Yeah. But the thing is, I really like looking at this.
I think it looks crap, and I hate it.
And this is actually their point is actually kind of true because I did not play God of War 1, 2. I didn't play the.
I played all of them.
The only
apart from Ascension.
The only one I've played Ascension. The only 2 I've played is 3 and Ascension on PS3. That's the only ones I've played. Yeah. And I wasn't that bothered about that. And you're saying the PlayStation fan, and I didn't care about God of War, and now they've made a game that I kind of like the look of. So they basically worked with what they were saying.
Yeah, I mean, it's the thing. That's me. It's a difficult one because I think it's like you with Zelda again. If you're a fan of God of War, the way they played, this is not the same game. It's not. It's got the same character in it. That's it. Like it's really not the same game. You know, the setting's different. The controls are completely different. Yeah. There's different teams.
There's no QTEs.
No, well, there'll be some.
No, Corey Borlaug said there's not.
That was nothing. Days Gone had some QTEs. Too many in Spider-Man as well, but that's the one.
Yeah, Corey Borlaug said there's not a single QTE and one cut.
So it's definitely not a God of War game. It's just got Kratos, which is fine. They need to humanise Kratos, but again, for me, same as you were like Forza, I couldn't care less.
See,
I really couldn't care less about Days Gone and God of War. And then they did the stupidest thing I've ever seen that people are excited about, and that's Shadow of the Colossus remake.
Yeah.
It's remaster remake or remake remaster?
Right, it's a remake
of a remaster.
Right, so
of a game that came out less than 10 years
ago. So Shadow of the Colossus on PS2.
Which was 2005.
Then they got remastered with Eco.
In 2010.
For PS3, so that's a remaster. So they made the PS2 game running 1080p.
Right.
An added trophy.
Yeah.
This is now a remake
of a remaster of a PS2 game that came out in 2005.
Yeah. So it's a whole
new... So who's this for?
So it's a new engine.
This is a serious question. Okay. Shadow of the Colossus, we both completed Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah.
Right? It's a very story-driven, emotional game. I personally don't see why you would want to do more than one playthrough. Because there's not a lot of collectibles. There's not a lot of like challenges. You know, it's not like the trophy list is essentially beat the game in a certain amount of time or beat the game at a certain. I don't think there's difficulties. I don't remember those. So there's like so why? If that's a niche game, it didn't sell that well. Why are you excited for that? Why would you be excited about other than the fact to have it on your shelf and it to look nice on your TV?
Right. One, I even tweeted I could not give a monkeys about that.
And that's what I'm saying.
Look, I've seen reacts and stuff like that because obviously you now get all
people losing their shit.
People losing their shit, and then it come out about a game we will talk about later, and we had Wipeout, and they said, like they were doing building lists. And that's why Shenmue came back, and Final Fantasy.
Which is great. They should do that.
And he
It's
said
really great.
they've been listening to the fans, and apparently the fans want this. But
who are the fans that want this? I mean, I must sound the most negative person ever, but like Shadow of the Colossus is a great game.
Yeah.
It's always been a great game.
PS2's best game.
That's an argument. But anyway, I don't really like PS2, so that's not a problem.
I like PS2.
But it feels like that's a waste of if anything, redo Ico.
Yeah.
Which is a more interesting game.
Yeah.
But I just feel like it's a waste of energy. Make Siphon do something else.
You knew, it was one of my predictions. 3 Points game will show up, and it did.
It did, but it was.
I was thinking it was going to be Demon Souls.
None of us would have predicted Shadow of the Colossus again.
No,
because it's been remade so recently.
Well, yeah,
that's the thing.
It's just obviously they can put more than controls.
Yeah, they can. I mean, they've said they're going to try and fix some stuff.
They could put in the the creatures that weren't in it.
That would be brilliant if they announced that. If they had a fucking drawn picture of 3 monsters that weren't in the previous game, like this is why you need to play that. Maybe they'll do it next year. But this is why you need to play that. Especially because Last Guardian didn't do that well.
No.
And people didn't like it. So you're like, right, guys, why did they earn that remake? Unless it was really in production during.
And that's where the fan feedback comes from. Was Last Guardian, and people said about Shadow of the
controls played like dick.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's coming.
It's coming.
I will most probably buy it and replay it because I do like that game, but I did not. It wasn't something that I really got excited about. They showed Detroit.
They showed another good trailer. It's not coming this year, which is a shame. Yeah. That's one of the 3 games I'm excited about for PlayStation.
And what is Detroit? You take I was thinking about Spencer and Sean. The Detroit's official Twitter put out about something like it was like something like wake up on a Thursday morning and realise Detroit is a PlayStation exclusive and not on Xbox. And he actually put at PlayStation at Xbox, and they put the thing. It was like. And then they put something else, it was in an interview or something. There was an interview, it wasn't David Cage. It was someone else, and he was something like, wow, yeah, but something like coming this year. Well, yeah, it's not coming next year, because PlayStation, unlike others, gives us time to work on a game. It's like, well, it's not been a Quantic Dream, apart from Fahrenheit.
Yeah,
Xbox.
It's really.
It just sounds like they I could get
It feels like you're their PR person.
Yeah, but I could get if this was Platinum Games
Totally, yeah,
because Scalebound Cancer
or any former Rare employees, or anything like that. Yeah,
I was thinking, what the hell has Xbox done to
I
don't
know. I think that's just something probably behind the scenes thing.
Yeah, but it just sounds like they deleted their tweeted stuff once these interviews.
Someone probably got told off for that. But to get back on track, because we are killing time.
Yeah.
They also showed Undertale with PS4.
Yeah.
Anvia.
Yeah.
Great.
I'm gonna play on VR.
Definitely play the game. If you haven't played it, it's weird ass Earthbound, and Earthbound's weird enough, but that's cool. This is the one that I was on about that's confusing people. Is Monster Hunter World. It's not a PlayStation exclusive.
Yeah.
It is on Xbox and PlayStation and PC.
That's actually wrong. It is exclusive in Japan.
In Japan, but
it's not on PC in Japan either.
Even if it wasn't, you wouldn't be able to find an Xbox One to play on in Japan. Apart from the 3 British journalists that live over there and the 10 American developers. But so yeah, that looks incredible. Again, this is not the place to talk about Monster Hunter World. Go to Monster Mash, listen to the guys talk about it. They know what they're talking about.
They weren't excited about it.
No, I think people are getting more excited now.
But now they're excited because they saw more at the Monster Hunter World Championship.
Yeah. People that I know that like that game are really excited.
Yeah.
I have dabbled in Monster Hunter.
I've dabbled as well.
PSP.
But I've got
Double Cross. Double Cross comes to Switch.
Yeah. And then we'll buy World.
I probably will get Worlds.
Because if I Double Cross doesn't click, I can go right. It's still a proper Monster Hunter, and it's in Japanese. Well, World's supposed to be westernized. It
looks westernized.
If World doesn't click, then it's never.
It never will. Yeah, I mean, I'll probably pick that up. And then the big game they showed at the end of the conference was Spider-Man Arkham Knight. Yeah. Which looks really great.
Yeah. The actual title.
It's like Marvelous Spider-Man.
It's Marvel Spider-Man. That is the game's title. Marvel Spider-Man.
That's all it needs. It looks great. I mean, it looks really nice.
Yeah.
People are a little bit worried about QTEs. I personally have no problem with QTEs as long as they make sense.
Yeah,
when you're stopping a falling building, that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Gameplay looks really cool. Yeah. It's not actually not that much to say because it's funny because it's not doing anything unique. It's just that it's a Spider-Man game that seems to work.
Yeah.
Looks really nice. It's one of my favorite studios in Insomniac.
Yeah.
Buy the Ratchet & Clank remake. When you're done with Crash, go out and buy the Ratchet & Clank remake because it's on par, if not better, in my opinion. It's one of the best games on PS4. So that Spider-Man looks great. I mean, it's not really a lot to say about it because they just kind of showed the game. And then the conference ended and people were like, "Where's The Last of Us?" And they told you last year they weren't going to show more.
That will be at PSX.
That will be at PSX. And that'll be a really
Death
small.
Stranding will be at PSX.
Death Stranding 100%.
Or GTS. It depends if consumer.
It'll be at both. Death Stranding will be at both. I think the other one will be just PSX. Again, we're not talking about that.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about
so their conference was quite short.
Yeah, it was.
There was no releases in it.
No, there was a VR sizzle reel and they showed a couple of
VR
VR
the VR stuff, they showed some decent stuff. Moss looks really good.
Moss, because again, you've sold your VR, I don't have one. You can actually buy them now. Like, there's 3.
Yeah,
if you live in Taunton, go to Asda, there's 3 there right now. So
yeah, the VR stuff was actually pretty decent what they showed. But to me, VR should be shown at PSX.
I know. I do disagree. I think for the people that spend the money, I think it's good to see some, especially because they didn't have a lot else. Again, personally, I would put the VR on the pre-show, and I would have put Gran Turismo Sport and NAC 2, which is supposed to be really good.
And they showed a few like third parties.
They did show some stuff, and
Destiny.
You know. That's what I would have had. They have their deal, they have their money deals, whatever. Like,
they got like everyone now.
They do because they're winning. Xbox, the beginning Xbox happened because they won. Like they had Call of Duty for like 3 years. So when Nintendo wins, then Nintendo beat Call of Duty first. But yeah. So I thought again, I'm much more an Xbox fanboy than a PlayStation. I'm a bit more reasonable than Chris. So I think the PlayStation was okay.
Yeah.
It was the worst of the big 3. Yeah. Because there just wasn't anything that exciting for me.
Yeah,
the games they showed, I don't really like.
Yeah, see, this is the
that's
thing.
The difference,
I watched it and it was like, okay, that was it. And then the following day, I was like, okay, that was it. But I will buy Uncharted.
Yeah.
I'll buy the Horizon DLC.
I'm still more Horizon.
It's really good.
My girlfriend will buy it. I'm not the first
I'll buy Days Gone. I will like it, but it's most probably not too exciting unless it comes out like a really stupid time or something. It's like I'm just like, I'll buy Spider-Man, I'll buy Detroit. I was like, that's 5 already. It's like Monster Hunter I'll buy. I know it's multi-player, but the Monster Mash guys are all on PlayStation, and I'm gonna play the Monster Mash guys most probably.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. I was like, buy that. And it's like, well, that's 6 games. That's 6 games out of. They only showed 11. Or something like that. Yeah. It's like, well, that's 6.
It's fair.
It's like 6 out of 11 on buy. It's like, well, that's if you think of it like that thing, it's like that's actually a decent conference. It's just like I knew I was buying Spider-Man anyway. You could not show me anything to Spider-Man. Like I knew I was buying that.
I think for me, I think it's still the least of that though for me because again the Xbox, I'm gonna buy Cuphead probably. I'll probably go Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
I probably will pick up Forza because I always do. I probably will pick up Crackdown. I will buy Ori Will of Wisp, which I forgot to talk about.
Yeah.
And I'll pick that up. Most of the folk I probably will pick up PlayerUnknown, probably will pick up fucking Metro. You know what I mean? So it's the same. I don't think for PlayStation it's the worst they've done for a while. But again, it's like I told you, it's because they're developing games.
Yeah.
Which is fine. But then this Christmas,
because we know
just
the biggest shock really was because you said I went back for a podcast and you were like, I guarantee it. Well, Sucker Punch's game wasn't there.
And it wasn't there again. Yeah, it wasn't there again.
PSX.
Yeah, and I think
that's like the only developer we don't know what they're working.
PSX, I think we know exactly what's going to happen when we get to the second part of this conversation. So we'll get through Nintendo. We're not from late now. Right, so Nintendo. Many people are saying that theirs was the best.
Yeah.
And we know why. So they came out and they showed another trailer for Rabbids.
Yeah.
Yay! Still looks good.
Why did you need another trailer?
They needed a trailer because Nintendo fans just watch Nintendo stuff. So that's great. It's kind of a blur because I remember watching it and being like, "This is awesome," and then now I'm thinking about it. I'm like, "Cool." They announced that Metro Prime's coming.
Yeah.
They said after the conference that's coming next year.
Yeah.
And that's great. They said that Pokemon, there's going to be a mainline Pokemon game after the conference. They said that's coming next year.
Yeah.
Cool. They showed all the stuff that's coming this year. So they showed
more Splatoon.
They showed ARMS, which has already come out. They announced Rocket League.
Yeah.
With crossplay with everything apart from PlayStation again. Yeah. Brilliant. That's a perfect game for that system. I'll definitely be buying that.
Kirby.
They showed a Kirby. They showed a Yoshi, which they played afterwards on Treehouse. Both games are really cute.
Yeah.
Coming next year. They showed more Pokken, which is coming this year. They showed more Xenoblade 2, which I know you're really excited about. It's coming this year.
Yeah. Super Mario Odyssey.
They showed Super Mario Odyssey, which is game show.
Yeah.
Hands down. There's no argument.
That was fun. It always seems to be the toss-up between those two.
I know, personally, Mario is just more unique. It just looks great. They showed some Fire Emblem Warriors. They showed a lot of this. They just kept for Treehouse. It was only a half an hour video, really.
Yeah, like Fire Emblem Warriors. Like all the 3DS stuff was in
all of so they announced Metroid Samus Returns for 3DS, which I'm gutted.
Sushi Striker thing.
And they announced Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga Remake.
Something else. And they showed like Miitopia and stuff like that.
Yeah, but like the overall conference didn't actually have that much content. It was just like they hit with hard the trailers, they hit the announcements that people wanted.
Yeah.
Super Mario Odyssey looks like it's going to be. I can't believe in a year we've had Breath of the Wild that there's going to be a game on the Switch better than that, and it's probably going to be Mario Odyssey. I'm much more of a Mario guy than I'm a Zelda guy anyway. So like,
I'm more of a Zelda guy, but
you're much less of the PlayStationized Zelda they put out this year, which is open world third person game of the forest.
Yeah.
So there you go. It's your own fault for buying a PlayStation. But so like the Nintendo games are really cool. They didn't show any Virtual Console because then the week after announced the Super Nintendo Classic, so that's why they didn't show that. They didn't really show indies. That I remember. I mean, they had the indie showcase before.
Because I thought there was going to be an indie issue.
They didn't show Ukulele, which I do want to pick that game up, so I'm really gutted they didn't show that. They showed more Minecraft and stuff, and Minecraft Story Mode's coming now, and they showed some Skyrim.
Yeah. See, when you talk about it, so like, they don't come from one actually that excited.
No, it wasn't.
It's just because people got excited about Metroid Prime and Pokemon.
If there's something we can agree on, is that we're both Nintendo fanboys, and that most people that like Nintendo are Nintendo fanboys, and so
the only thing is, I go back to Sony, were like they showed, let's say they showed 11 games, like I said, and 6 I'm buying. Nintendo showed, let's say, 6 games, I'm buying 5 of them.
Yeah.
Just like the only one I'm not buying Rocket League.
I'll buy again. I bought it 2 times already, 3 times already. So
like everything else I play, and also like I said before, it's like. The Switch this year, we've had a Zelda, we've had Mario Kart, we've had Splatoon, we've had a new IP. I was always worried, like, what the hell are we getting next year? Apart from Animal Crossing, I was thinking, what's left? And it's like next year, the 2 you've got to think the November.
Metroid and Pokemon.
Yeah, they're going to be the full game.
How fucking many Switches are going to be sold by Pokemon?
Yeah,
because people ain't going to buy Metroid. No. I'm gonna be honest with you, and I'll buy it. And listening to this, you'll probably buy it. But not many people will buy it. No one ever buys Metroid.
No.
So great. Pokemon, however, and if they do the Animal Crossing thing that I think they will do, I think they will announce Animal Crossing in like January. They would definitely.
For
2019. Yeah, definitely be doing Smash. And there's rumors today.
Like Kirby and Yoshi seem like
they're middle
small, like a February March game.
Yeah, they'll come out. They'll do okay. Kirby games at the moment have been really good and sell really well, so that's not a problem.
Yeah, they're not like system sellers.
No.
They're just like the.
But when you think that you're going to get a Smash port next year, rumors today are 1-1-1. Platinum put up pretty much obvious. We've also heard the rumors of Bayonetta.
Yeah.
So
or do you think they're doing this week because they got something new to announce? And like, this is on Nintendo.
Maybe, but say anything. If there's a platinum
or platinum collection
or whatever, like anything like that, you're going to see more. You're going to see more ports anyway. So the Switch is already looking real strong. Like this year is amazing, especially if Nintendo I remember since the GameCube days, really.
Yeah, and it's like I mean, obviously the support from Japan is great, and the indie support is great. We've said it before, and some people don't like it. It is to me the Vita 2.
It's the Vita with actual first party.
Yeah.
Because the Vita doesn't really have third party that much, like other than Japan.
Yeah,
which
is always the same case now.
Which always gets leveled at the Switch anyway. But like having Nintendo's full IPs, having everything. As soon as that 3DS dies next year and they stop making it, like really stop putting.
I think Pokemon will.
Pokemon is the death knell to the 3DS.
Yeah, Pokemon's gonna be like the weird thing. It's like what keeps the 3DS going, but it's also gonna now kill the 3DS. Like,
unless they do a version
on both,
which they might do. But like again, I want it on Switch. I'll buy it on Switch. I might even buy a second Switch, so me and my girlfriend can play together. Now that's honestly what happened in a lot of people's homes. You know, a lot of like people our age that have families and stuff will get more than one. And when they'll probably do a smaller, cheaper version next year as well.
The Switch Mini.
But
or without a dock. I think
dockless makes more sense.
Yeah, I think that.
But
then they can sell people docks.
I think overall Nintendo was okay. I think overall E3 was okay. I think it was a little underwhelming just because we expect too much.
Yeah, this is
and
the
there's too many shows.
There's too many shows. There's way too many shows now. And also, I think you go back to the thing. everyone knew what was basically what like the surprises like Beyond, Good and Evil, and Prime 4, for instance. But sort of everyone knew what was in development. Like everything that Xbox shown their exclusives, we knew were in development. We knew Crackdown was in development. We knew Forza was coming. We knew Spider-Man was coming. We knew Mario was coming. We knew New World 2. I said it's because we're 4 years. Okay, the Switch has just come out, but we're the other two, and obviously all the third parties that are involved with those two, and PC. We're 4 years into the console cycle. Everything's sort of predictable now. Like you look at like Sony, you saying like announce of everything's done. I don't know how many more games they actually will have to announce. They have Sucker Punch's game, but I think they pretty much laid out the rest of the life of the PS4.
Yeah, I think a lot of studios have started on PS5.
Seeing they've announced, they've said. This is what I also don't get. Is like people forget about news. Like Sean Layden, said PS5's coming. We're not doing this whole like mid-generation, beyond generation. We will have a new console. PS5's coming. Andrew House actually said that as well. But people have actually forgotten about this. Like people have reported this is the first time PS5's. That's not Andrew House said it. 6 months ago.
That's irrelevant, and people just whatever. But I think overall, like I said, overall it feels okay. I don't think it's the main show anymore. They had consumers there this year for the first time. So I know that caused some issues, which is too many stuff. People. But hey ho, it is what it is. And it's our Christmas. We get excited about it every year, don't we?
Yeah. See, the thing is, I get more excited about PSX.
That's because you're a PlayStation fan.
Yeah.
You know, like.
And then but you also got Gio Corsi come out and I'm just for Peter.
Because it's for a PlayStation fan. You know, like that's what I'm saying. Like,
and then it'd be some weird ass game last year. It still hasn't come out. Windjammers and Grim Fandango and. Days of the Tentacle, I never really cared. There was some weird ass game that he brought back, and everyone gets excited about.
That's just the way it is. I mean, that's why people get more. No one cares.
Is there anything left? Tim Schafer, is he gonna bring that?
Tim Schafer probably redo Monkey Island again probably. Redo Real Legend 2. But it's PlayStation X has a very specific market, same as Nintendo Directs, and people get very excited about Nintendo Directs. So which there was one today, which we missed, so that's exciting. But yeah, so that was E3. So now we'll move on to what we're playing. Yeah. I'll go first because mine is quicker. So I actually dusted off my PS4. Yeah. The piece of shit that it is and played it today. Just winding up. So I've been playing Crash Bandicoot like everyone else, and we'll talk about that more in a minute. But other than that, I've been playing Titanfall 2 on my Xbox One.
How do you find Titanfall 2? Because everyone last year,
incredible.
This is big. Everyone last year saying it's actually the best first-person shooter you're gonna stop.
No one plays it.
I didn't like that game at all.
But then you don't like any of the fun games, so.
No, this because I played.
Did you play the multiplayer?
I played some of the multiplayer.
How many? Literally, did you play 2 matches of multiplayer?
No, I played 2-3 hours.
Yeah, I mean.
I played but people were saying how great the single player was and how you get this connection with the robot. I don't even know what it's called. I can't remember. I was thinking, this is just Call of.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, how many games have you played? And to say that it's like Call of Duty isn't fair because it's the guys that make Call of Duty. Yeah,
but it's this is where Call of Duty would have gone if they were in charge. They don't really get what the fuss was. Everyone's saying it's such a great single player, but I've also said before, back in the PS2, original Xbox, GameCube, and then the early 360, all I played was first-person shooters. And now, I could not give a toss.
Well, yeah, that's all you play now is single-player games. So, you have so many references. Titanfall 2, honestly, now because they put more patches out, more content, it's all free. They did a new patch last week that actually added a load of content. It's great. It's a really fun multiplayer game. It's in a sale, I think, for both consoles right now, for 15 quid. So get it if you like shooters and miss the kind of slightly older shooters, like Call of Duty from 3 or 4 years ago. That's pretty much how it plays. But yeah, other than that, I mean, still playing Mighty Gun Vault on the Switch, which came out this week. Yeah, really good game. If you like Mega Man, buy it. If you wanted Mighty Number 9 to be Mega Man, buy it. If you're not, then don't, because it's Mega Man, but with a really cool customization system. In terms of pickups, because we don't do pickup videos, I've just bought a load of Xbox original games for no money because I'm really getting into it.
Have you played any of them?
No, they actually came yesterday, so no, I haven't. I've played a lot of them before, so I will go and replay them. I've never played Half-Life 2, so I do need to play that game, which I have on 4 different consoles now. So. But yeah, so Chris, what have you been playing? You've got a list, haven't you? You've got to be brief here because we're already running into an hour, 10 minutes.
Okay, I've been playing an absolute ton, so I will go back to. I've beaten Persona 5.
Woo!
Game of the year.
Which year?
this year, and most of the best JRPG since I want to say Ni no Kuni, but a lot of people say
We'll save the Persona chat for next podcast because we're going to do a full comparison.
Then I bought Injustice 2.
Yeah.
I've beaten the single player.
Yep, you liked the first one a lot. I did whoop your ass on it though.
Yeah, the first one I finished the single player on PS3, PS4, and Wii U.
Yeah, like a real trooper. And you still lost to me, and I never played it before.
Yes. So, I've played online a few times with a couple of guys.
The online's supposed to be pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I absolutely suck at it.
Yeah, that's not news to me.
This is really weird. You get like crashes now hard. I used to be really good at fighting games, and I actually suck.
I'm really bad at arcade fighting games, as I found out.
Yeah, so that's really good. I pulled that download. Then I completed The Walking Dead, the Telltale series, season 3, The New Frontier. This is really weird. I heard no one was talking about this game. It's like really weird. Like Telltale games, everyone would not shut up about.
I think people have started to get fed up with them now.
But it's really good still.
Oh, I've heard the same about Batman as well. That's really good. People are really getting fed up with them. No, I don't know a single person that's talked to me about the Guardians of the Galaxy one.
Yeah, I bought the season pass, and so it's like 18 quid.
Yeah.
And I've not played. I'm just gonna wait until all 5 episodes.
For you, it's a trophy thing as well. So
I didn't really like this.
I don't know, but they're quite easy. You play a lot of games like that, though, don't you? A lot of like walking.
Yeah.
Like easy peasy.
I do like a good walking.
Like easy games.
I played a little bit of Killing Floor 2, which was a plus last month.
Yes, it was.
I didn't really like that. It was a bit like Left 4 Dead, but a few of them are getting into it. Mm-hmm. So, Little Nightmares, I played.
It was on Via?
No. I played this at EGX last year at the Namco booth. And it was like, no one was playing it. It was like totally free. I walked up. I think this is quite interesting. It's Namco's like, we're going to have a go at making the indie game, but we're not an indie studio.
Yeah, so they've got indie publishing arm.
Yeah, it's like, like a bit like the Rayman, well, not Rayman, it's just the Child of Light sort of work. They have really nice art style. It's like really like Tim Burton-esque sort of thing.
Okay. I think I didn't know the one you mean.
Yeah, so that was quite interesting. Finished that. Then I played Perception, which I kickstarted. And it's the first ever Kickstarter game I've played. So it's not the first one I had. Like, Alice's Dreams member turned up. The Dreamcast game got kept sealed because I like.
You're a loser.
Yeah, but Perception is the first one I've let you play as a blind girl in first person. So not third person, like beyond eyes. You play in first person. And the usual cane for echolocation. And then like everything is blue, and you can only see like a foot in front of you. Because
God, this sounds like an indie game. I'm an indie developer, and even I feel like I'm gonna throw up in a minute.
It's basically you're in this haunted house similar to Gone Home, but with actual haunted. That's not unlike Gone Home where it's not actually a haunted game.
Spoilers, everyone, for Gone Home.
Yeah. Played this. It's from the guy. He worked on BioShock, and he directed the opening scene to BioShock, one where you go up into the water, and the
overrated game.
That's like one of the best games ever.
Overrated game.
Yes, I played that. It's not that good, and it's kind of short. Like,
what were the trophies like most of all?
I've only got like 50%. I could platinum it.
I love it. You hated it and got 51%. That's how easy the trophies are.
No, I didn't hate it. It's like a 6 out of 10.
Right.
And it's like 3 hours long, which kind of is okay for the indie game. Obviously, I paid $20 backing for it. It's like 15 quid.
Right. Yeah.
I backed it because I like BioShock and stuff like that. And I even interviewed the guy as well. So
nice.
Yeah.
GNamer.co.uk.
Yeah. Then I played ARMS and beat an ARMS single RPG, and then I traded ARMS right in.
Did you beat level 4?
I beat it with Twin Tail and Min.
At level 4.
Yeah.
I'm almost impressed.
First go of Twin Tail.
But I think, to be honest, before we move on from ARMS, because I haven't bought ARMS for the reason that you basically just told me.
There's a couple of people I know are now planning trading in for Splatoon 2.
Yeah, it seems like Splatoon 1 in 6 months.
Yeah.
It's going to be an amazing game.
Yeah, but the only thing is Splatoon 2 is right around the corner. Everyone's going to play
it's going to be it's going to have different ones.
Yeah. So then I picked up. No, that was a pickup. I was saying I picked up Star Ocean.
We're not doing pickups because you've got. I know how many you've got.
And I picked up Tingle's Balloon Fight DS on the DS.
You need to beat that game on.
I picked up Final Fantasy 14 Online Edition. I put it in, made my cat girl, and that was it. Then I pulled Whiteout Omega Collection and realised why I don't like Wipeout because I don't.
You're rubbish at it.
I am absolutely terrible at it. I said I bought Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy.
Which we'll talk about later.
Yeah, I bought Has Been Heroes for Switch, physical.
Which is now £8 on PlayStation 4.
It's like 18, which was
but again, it's a physical Switch game. I played Has Been Heroes. I played it a while ago. Actually,
I played this I played it with 2 hours. My battery on my Switch went down like 50%. I'm playing it in like portable mode. Yeah, I kind of like it. It's just I'm not. Really,
it's weird. It's got a weird.
It feels system. Because everyone says it's a roguelike. To me, it actually feels like a JRPG. But they forgot to put in like the event, the RPG element. Pure Tetris.
Great game.
It's pretty good. I played some of the Pure. I played some of the Tetris. Played Fusions.
So I like both. I like both series. So
I like both on the road together, and then I started Adventure Mode.
Nice.
Then I've got Sinken. I'm just gonna call it Secret of Mana Collection.
Yeah.
Japanese import.
Yeah.
I played a little bit of what was the first one, which is Final Fantasy Adventures or Mystic Quest, the Game Boy one.
Yeah.
Got ported Adventures of Mana on Vita.
Yeah.
That you can play lots of different styles on, like the triggers. You can do it big, small, and that. It's obviously Game Boy, black and white and stuff like that. Not really playing that. Played a bit of the third one, which never got a Western.
None of it's in English, though, is it? Apart from like menus.
Some of the menus. Played a bit of the third one, which never.
Man, you buy too many games.
Then I went back to Secret of Mana, which did come here. I played like an hour of that. It's quite easy to play in Japanese, to be honest. Then I played. That's it. I think. Oh no, I think I forgot one. Persona 4 Dancing All Night. I played that finish. I got 64% of the trophies.
You haven't got that sweet platinum though, Chris.
Because I can't do like the.
Who's got that sweet platinum? Well, Dave's got that sweet platinum, baby.
So I played a lots of game. And saying that, you say pick up. I only actually picked up like the Tingles game.
Does that include all your PSP pickups though?
No, because I did pick up Tony Hawk's Underground 2, SXS on Tour, Pro Evolution Soccer 5, Bubble Evolution, Sonic Rivals 2, and downloading wise I bought NBA Playgrounds on Switch, Vaccine on Switch, and then obviously all the rest of PlayStation Plus games I added to my thing, and that's it.
I just bought Final Fantasy 7 as well. We did that before the show on the PS4.
Yeah, but after I beaten Persona 5, I finished 7 games.
For you, that's amazing. For you, that's incredible. I mean, how was the average length of those 7 games? Were you saying 2 hours?
Perception 3, 2 hours for 5 hours for Little Nightmares, hour a chapter. I would say for Telltale, so that's 5. Might be 6. Yes.
So even in a month, for you that's impressive.
5 hours each.
You were off work for a little while as well, so that's probably why. But yeah, good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff. So we will move on now to the last.
But Persona 5 is game for you.
For you. I didn't like it that much.
Yeah, but you've barely played it.
But that's the thing. This is the thing. Again, that's why I don't want to talk about that.
It's 105 hours long.
We're gonna do a Persona thing. Okay, we talk about Persona and why I think I don't like Persona 5, why I think other people don't like Persona 5. Whatever. Persona 5 is what it is. What has everyone been playing, Chris? What has taken over the fucking UK right now?
Crash Bandicoot.
Crash
the
freaking
best-selling
Bandicoot.
single format game of the year. The second best-selling overall, only behind Ghost Recon.
Which I know, I can't believe that game so well.
So we're saying about Far Cry either. Far Cry must be the best-selling game of the year.
Well, this is what we're saying about we're not the audience for these games anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The average pro is like...
With Ghost Recon, I've never seen it advertised anywhere. I was like, how did
it was advertised on television and we don't watch television.
I was going to say, how did Joe Public know about that game?
It's
because we don't know about that game.
What do we not watch? Like Love Island? We don't watch ITV? Like, trust me. Like,
I only watch like Netflix.
I know.
I just watch Flow on Netflix.
I just watch YouTube and like WWE Network. Yeah. So Rocket League again.
You like wrestling?
Yeah, I know. Yes, I remember glorious great ladies of wrestling. But anyway, we're not talking about fucking that, Chris. Yet again with your fucking PlayStation bullshit.
How? I'm talking Glow.
I know. So Crash Bandicoot's doing really well. Yeah. Crash Bandicoot, the Insane Trilogy, is a full remake of Crash Bandicoot 1, 2, and 3 by Vicarious Visions.
Yeah.
I
don't know if you call it.
It's a full remake.
Because they called it a AAA remake.
They had no code. They had to completely remake that.
No, they said didn't they get some? They called it the white something of Naughty Dog.
Yeah, it's not like somebody who makes games. They didn't get a lot. They didn't get a lot of code at all. Like they had like nothing for jumping and stuff. That's why it's different. Like animation frames and stuff they can do from by hand. But anyway, regardless, it's a remake. It looks it's a different game. It isn't exactly the same. People like it does play differently, you know. The levels are designed the same. That's why I think the confusion is. But either way, Chris, it's taking at least the UK and I suspect the world by storm.
Yeah, I don't think it's done as well in the States. I think someone said it was like...
They've said it's sold out on Amazon and stuff over there. So again, it's hard to tell right now because all of the US stuff that we follow has been delayed by Independence Day.
Yeah.
So the end of the week we'll be able to have them. People when like kind of funny start talking about it.
Yeah, a lot of people are talking about it, but I don't
like when we get some actual numbers. Like, it's only been out a week. Like it's not even a week actually. It's a week tomorrow.
Yeah.
I got one in work very luckily because I work at 4 a.m. so I saw them come in. I mean, again, we had 4 come in.
Yeah.
But you still can't get them on Amazon.
Activision, what are you doing?
Oh no, Activision. So thoughts on the game really just it's Crash Bandicoot. People are complaining it's hard, which I think is really cute because those games were kind of always hard. But it's just when you're a kid, you can sit there and you've got better reflexes and stuff. And let's be honest, when was the last time we played a platform in a place like Crash? Like really, like the only platform I've really played in the last 15 years has been a Mario. Really, like I'm trying to think that they don't really make.
I might have played the old Sonic.
And the Sonic's dirt, so we won't even worry about that. Like again, 2 of the biggest Sonic fans you'll ever meet, and we're both like.
Wait, Colors is pretty good.
Yeah, the fucking Wii, like go away.
Generations is
Generations is the last good one.
Yeah, well, like last.
That was 2010. So.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Boom and Rising.
Boom. Yeah. Lost Worlds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Say a prayer for Sonic. Sonic Mania will be okay now. But anyway, so Crash is good. It plays nice. Definitely don't play the first one first. Like biggest tip, play the second and the third.
Yeah. See, I started one
good games
because I thought I'll play one, finish that, and then go 2, 3 like you're supposed to.
So cute.
And
yeah.
I'm like last time I was like, 1 is so annoying. I'll go
one is one of the hardest games I played as a kid, and now even as a 27-year-old man with a computer games degree, I'm just like, fuck.
So I started 2. Plus 2 is more of what I remember about Crash, like the whole world and getting the crystals.
It's the most balanced.
And stuff like that. And obviously 3 after that as well. And I can remember the motorbike stages and Coco with the tiger and stuff like that.
I mean, 2 is not an easy game, I will say that. The later half of 2, like I've just done the 4th world, was hard. It was really hard. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not a god at those games, but like Crash 2 has really good pacing, has a good amount of secrets. Yeah. There isn't that many gimmicks. Like you ride a polar bear, that's like the one gimmick. Yeah. And you can fly. I think there's a jetpack in 2. But 3 really does suffer from the bikes handling like dick, and the jet ski. The planes are actually really fun, and obviously the tiger levels are really fun. But 3 is easy. Like 3, I mean, I would confidently say that anyone that's never played it could beat 3 102% probably in 3 or 4 hours. Like, I reckon that's pretty doable.
I doubt one that's easy 100%. I'm going to just finish all the levels.
I want the platinum from 3 and 2. I want.
But surely that would annoy you not having ones. That would annoy me.
If I got 2 and 3, then I reckon I'll have been enough practice because the big thing they've done is that Crash controls the same in every game. He just has different moves. Yeah. So Crash jumps the same in 2 and 3 as he does in 1, which was different. Definitely, the first one was completely different in the past, which is what I think people are having a problem with because the jumping is not as for the level design. So I think if I can platinum 2 and 3, then I'll be good enough to beat 1. Yeah. But all I want is Crash Team Racing. Yeah. Which they're going to make.
Yeah. And they're going to make Spyro as well.
And that's what I'm saying is you wait until E3 next year. Yeah. There is going to be so many that era remakes, and I genuinely don't think it's going to be just PlayStation. I think you are going to see some fucking Nintendo remakes from the N64. I think you're going to, which they haven't. I know they've done a lot already, but that's not stopped Sony, so why would it stop Nintendo?
Yeah. Plus, they could obviously offer in time.
That's what I'm saying.
Port it to 3DS, and 3DS version already. Like if they could somehow HD the 3DS version.
Those games would sell like dick as well.
And Majora's Mask HD.
So great. You can get Majora's Mask on your Switch in HD. I'd buy it today. I don't like you. Yeah. But like, that's
why own over 40 Zelda games?
Well, exactly. You know, some more. He's finished 2. Definitely not finished the Oracles games. No. They're hard.
I finished most.
They are hard.
That's like the only 2D one I finished.
Minish Cap was my favourite 2D one. Because I'm a freak. But anyway, Crash. I don't really. Again, it's another one where you have this like big plan. It's like, what can you really say? If you like Crash Bandicoot from the 90s. You're going to like Crash Bandicoot now, you know. And if you didn't play Crash Bandicoot in the 90s, for 30 quid, it's a pretty good deal. It's 3 good games. I think 1 is okay. I think 1 is like a 6 or a 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
2 is a 9. Like 2 is actually legitimately a great game. 3 probably 7 or an 8. Like they're great games. And again, PlayStation. And I bitched about it to nauseam about how PlayStation is the remake machine.
Yeah.
But then you see a remake like this and the Wipeout remake. We can't judge the Final Fantasy 12 one yet. But like, they're good games.
12 won't be that great.
12 was never a great game anyway. So, but like, the Wipeout collection. If you like Wipeout, that's an amazing collection.
Yeah.
Like the content in that collection is incredible. Crash Bandicoot. I mean, yeah, the Ratchet and Clank remake, like I said to you before, is one of the best on the console. The Uncharted remakes.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to include Last of Us because it was basically a port.
Well, that's so
It's
Uncharted
not
really, wasn't it?
No, but Uncharted they actually changed some stuff. Whereas Last of Us was just upres.
Oh yeah, because they changed one.
Yeah. And I would say exactly the same for Halo 4 to Xbox. It's not changed. It's just upres. It runs at high frame rate or whatever. So like I think nostalgia sells right now. I think people looked at Pokemon Go last year, which is why I think stuff like Crash got made. Because people are going, my God, that 90s generation, which is us, a 27, but probably between the age of 25 and 30 right now, have disposable income. Like me and you both work, if they remake Crash Bandicoot, they remake Spyro the Dragon, they remake Croc Legend of Gobos, Crash Team Racing, they remake Siphon Filter, they remake Metal Gear Solid 1.
I don't know if
Final Fantasy
they
7.
did.
Well,
they really did remake Metal Gear Solid.
They remake it for a console that sells. Like Final Fantasy 7 remake. Like I said to someone the other day, I was like, you think that people are hitting the fan about Crash? You fucking wait till Final Fantasy 7 comes out. Yeah. And people will lose their minds.
The only thing is that's going to be like, because it's episodic. I don't know how.
They haven't announced it's episodic yet, so we can't say it's square.
Well, they said that it's going to be episodic.
There was an interview. Yeah. We don't until it's like press release.
Yeah, this is episode 1.
I mean, I wouldn't worry about it yet because after that they also said, now it's now be made on internal studio. It was not an internal studio to begin with.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but didn't one of the headlines of Final Fantasy said that each episode is going to be the same length in each 13?
I think because the problem with this is it's a translated interview.
Yeah.
I think they probably did say something to that extent, but again, like I said, when it comes to Final Fantasy 7, all bets are off until we see it. Same with Shenmue 3, all bets are off until we see it.
Yeah, Shenmue 3 was just obviously won't be as popular as anything.
Shenmue 3, I think, is going to be really disappointing. I don't want it to be.
It will be a bad game.
I don't want it to be. I want them to remake 1 and 2, Sega, stop making bad Sonic games and do Jet Set Radio Future.
Yeah,
and then when you're done with that,
the thing is Sega are making the bad Sonic games. They got
Sonic, it's not even Sega, it's just Sonic Team.
Yeah, it was weird.
Sega's really good. It's just fucking Sonic Teams suck.
Yeah, I don't know.
Honestly, look at all the other studios, and then we're supposed to talk about Crash Bandicoot, but whatever.
Yeah, you say it's just like because the Yakuza studio makes
And Atlas makes good games. Sports Interactive makes good games. What's the guys that do Total War? It's not Ensemble, it's the other one.
Creative Assembly.
Creative Assembly make great games. It's just like great. Sega's own first party. When they used to be so good. But anyway, Crash Bandicoot, you enjoying it?
Yes.
Are you gonna beat them?
Yes.
Are you gonna platinum any of them?
No.
Because why don't you, Chris? Because you don't platinum hard games.
It's actually hard.
Yeah, it's actually hard. I don't think they're that hard.
2 and 3 I'll definitely finish. 1 I'm not sure about.
I think
it's weird, like the Uncharted question. I've not finished 3. I finished 1, 2, and then 4 came out, so I never went back to
I'm
it.
exactly the same.
I think it's going to be the same. I was just going to skip 1 and play 2. Play 2.
See,
and 3. 2 and 3 is the ones I got most memory about. Obviously, I've got slightly older. I can remember them more. So it's mostly 2, 3, and I was just like,
well, 1, like I said to you, 1's pacing is the problem. Yeah. Just that 1 is so hard. The first 7 levels are so hard that are like you got one level that's like 20 seconds and one level that's 4 or 5 minutes. Like at least in Crash 2 and 3, they're all kind of like the same length.
Yeah, and I still need to finish Horizon Zero Dawn.
I don't ever see me playing that. We need to do a podcast about my fucking love-hate relationship with PlayStation, really. But like,
because this year
they've done nothing for me this year.
See, this is the thing. I was reading. Not people doing a 6-month thing. Push Square, obviously their PlayStation site. They did their top 10 games so far this year. And it's like especially PlayStation like Neo is in that list. I've not played it, but you know, think of like
Neo Automata I haven't played.
Neo was in the Horizon
I've not played.
Persona.
Persona I own. And I'm like indifferent to it, which I'm devastated by the way. I can't
remember what else was in their top 10, but it's like out of the top 10, like 6 were PlayStation exclusives, and it's like.
Can you name the Xbox exclusive that came out this year?
Halo Wars 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know anyone's played it?
No.
Okay. I want to play it, but it's just like it's one of those games that it's not a console RTS is not something that you can compare to Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah.
You know, and for me, like PlayStation hasn't had that great year for me because it's for me just for what I want to play.
Yeah.
They just haven't put out stuff that I want to play.
The only thing is, I know you would like Neo because you like Bayonetta.
Neo I would probably get. The problem is it came out the same amount of time as the Switch.
Yeah.
That's
why I've not played it.
And Horizon, it's like Horizon or Zelda. It's gonna be Zelda because my girlfriend buys Zelda.
I actually put that.
Yeah, but you like, and the thing about Horizon is the PlayStation game. Everything in that game, what we talked about earlier, is the PlayStation game.
The story's really good.
The biggest problem
really good.
Why would I not enjoy it? What's the one thing I hate about games now? It's open world.
Yeah.
I hate open world games.
Yeah, but there's like
Zelda. Zelda only played like 10 hours. Like my girlfriend's played like
even though it's open world, it seems sort of linear. But it's because I'm mostly following the story.
Yeah.
And
that's what I'm really enjoying about Crash. Is because Crash is straight up old school. You do a level. Like what I've been doing because I've played it since I go Friday. Was I go Friday? I go Saturday. Sorry. And I've played it every day since. And what I'll do is I'll play.
I thought of the obvious fix.
It's fine. But I'll play a couple of games, a couple of levels, and then I can turn it off, and then I can come back to it later. And that's what I've missed from gaming, and that's why, generally speaking, I play online multiplayer games on the Xbox, because that is a one and done kind of thing. That's why Rocket League is so good. And then on Nintendo, because Nintendo, they have their Mario Karts, they have their games, stuff like that. Like Gunvolt, you can do a level and turn it off. You know, that's what was the other one I really liked? Fuck, played it on launch. It's the side-scrolling shoot 'em up.
Blast the Zero.
No. It's not pixel art. It's going to annoy me now.
No.
You'll all know if the Genema guys played it as well. I can't remember it. But that one, with that game, whatever it was called, that was a do a level kind of game, and I just open world, man. Like I really want to play The Witcher, and I really want to play Horizon.
It's completely different. It seems more linear compared to them from what I played.
Yeah, I think the story. I think the actual move. What I mean by open world is that it's not levels. You have to like move from camp to camp.
Yeah, you do.
Assassin's Creed.
You have to go. You have to go get your little robot dinosaur.
Exactly, and I'm like, no, like do one. That's not what I want. That's not what I want.
Yeah, I still think you would enjoy it, and you would enjoy Neo, or definitely enjoy Neo because you enjoy Bayonetta.
Yeah, Neo. It's from one of my favorite games.
Neo, you wouldn't enjoy.
There's a video on my channel of me playing Neo. I literally the worst at it.
Persona, I think you'd play it more.
Persona was at the chat we'll have. It's because of Persona 4.
And the other exclusive I think that was in that list was Yakuza 0. Which I think you would enjoy, and I would enjoy. I own that game and I'm not playing that game.
I've played most of the previous Yakuza games on PS3 and I think PS2. Probably PS3, but it's just the wrong time for that game to come out.
It came out like February.
It needs to be coming out like last year or next year.
There is one coming this year.
That was Kiwami's coming this year, isn't it?
And Yakuza 6 coming next year.
My God. My God, Sega. People aren't going to get burned out that tall. Those games are all kind of the same as well.
Yeah, you didn't have one for years, and now suddenly bring on right.
But
5 was like 2 years ago.
But yeah, I mean, we're getting to a rambling point now. But that was E3. That was Crash Bandicoot. We briefly talked about the SNES collection thing that's come. We did a whole podcast about what we would do, so there's no point for us talking about it here. And obviously, that Chris is a scumbag for buying two, so that's what we all know.
No.
If you can't get one, it's all Chris Pingley's fault. So please follow him at masofdas to send him abuse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's a bit of a rambled. It's one of our longest podcasts for a while, actually. But yeah, I think that's really us done for now.
Yeah.
Someone's cooking a barbecue and pumping up what I can only presume to be a fucking swimming pool in my garden. That's what I can hear right now. So I think we're going to leave it at that, Chris.
Yeah.
Well, thank you all for listening. And we will be back in some point in probably August.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about how Chris has bought another Xbox One. So
I do sort of plan to buy one because I want a 4K player, and the Xbox One X is the cheapest 4K player on the market. So that's actually like a really good thing with the Xbox. It's a bit like the PS2 and a bit like the PS3. I bought PS2 because I want the DVD player and I had the PS1, and I wanted the PS3 because PlayStation games. But I had a Blu-ray player and like HD TV.
The moral of the story is that Chris will buy everything and anything. There's no discrimination. Chris will buy another Jaguar at some point.
Yeah, I want a UHD player.
Then you should get an Xbox One S.
Yeah, that's what I mostly want to do. But then it kind of annoyed me because the One X is like 250 quid more.
You said you've already made your own argument. You're not going to buy any games for it, and if you're going to buy games for it, just play them on the S. be fine. Anyway, thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.